If you've been to the movies recently and seen the Ford versus Ferrari film that everyone seems to be talking about, you've probably realized that MG has come a long way from building two-seater sports cars. Today, we have with us the brand's first ever seven-seater SUV, the MG RX8, and it goes up against Chinese competitors such as the GAC GS8, Japanese competitors such as the Nissan Pathfinder, and Korean competitors such as the Kia Sorento. Let's find out if it's worth the hype. If you're someone who feels Chinese automobiles are hideous to look at, then the MG RX8 will be happy to prove you wrong. Big and bold, the RX8 has a strong presence to it. The proportions are perfect, and it definitely does look the part of a premium SUV, especially with LED headlights, LED fog lights, LED tail lights, and dual-tone 20-inch alloy wheels filling the wheel wells. Modern and refreshing, the cabin of the MG RX8 is very clean and simple without too many buttons ruining the design. The overall quality is decent, and I use the word decent very carefully because there is a lot of plastic and it is a little flimsy, but at least it's all covered in leather. Space in the second row is impressive with lots of headroom and legroom, and the seats are genuinely comfortable with a practical 60-40 split. They do slide forward and backward and recline for that extra bit of comfort too. What's worth highlighting is that while those in the back get a USB charging outlet and a 220-volt outlet to connect things like their laptop, MG has carried out a very intelligent split when it comes to the dual-zone climate control system. What I mean by that is that the driver and front seat passenger get one temperature control and those in the back get another. It's different and a very unique approach to configuring a dual-zone climate control system. Accessing the third row is very easy. A simple pull of a lever on the top of the seat and it slides in front, making entering into the back a very simple process. Space in the back is good enough for average-sized adults with sufficient knee room and headroom. There's also rear AC vents and cup holders on either side. Fold both the third and second row seats flat, and the RX8 reveals a storage space of 2,178 liters, which, to put into perspective, is a lot more than the Kia Sorento, but not as much as the Nissan Pathfinder. Feature-packed vehicles have played a key role in MG's success, and the RX8 is no exception. This full-option model comes with a long list of features that you can brag about, especially since your friend's more expensive car is unlikely to come with them. You're looking at a 7-inch digital display in the instrument cluster, a 10.1-inch infotainment screen with an around-view monitor, wireless charger, panoramic roof, and heated and cooled seats with memory settings. Just in case they still aren't impressed, there's one more feature that no other manufacturer seems to be offering. What do you think it is? Apple CarPlay? Android Auto? Nah, that's there too. But what the RX8 offers is screen mirroring, wirelessly. Just think about it. You switch on screen mirroring on your mobile phone and the entire display gets duplicated onto the 10.1-inch infotainment screen. It's easy, and the best part is you don't require any cables. What definitely needs some work, however, is the sound modulation when listening to the radio or your music through Bluetooth streaming. During my very short time with the RX8, I've discovered two particular problems that I'd like to tell you about. First off, this being the full option model gets 8 speakers, but it's almost like all 8 speakers aren't in sync. Certain parts of a song play from the speakers in the front, certain parts from the speakers in the middle, and other parts from the speakers in the back. But quite frankly, it isn't very nice to listen to, because what ends up happening is every time the sound moves from one set of speakers to the other, there's a dip, and it just kills the enjoyment. Secondly, there's the volume. Now, I'm not sure if this was tested before leaving the factory, but let me better explain how it works. Set the volume up to the first point, and it's already too loud to have a conversation with those in the back. Set the volume to the second point, and it's loud enough to imitate your favorite nightclub. Accidentally set it on the third point, and you better be on your way to meet an ENT specialist. And that's not all, because for some weird reason, it cranks all the way up to 32. Powering the RX8 is a 2-litre turbocharged engine that pushes 220 horsepower and 316 Newton meters of torque through a 6-speed automatic transmission to all 4 wheels. Built on a body-on-frame chassis, the RX8 drives like a proper rugged SUV and offers ground clearance and wading depths to match. The 800mm wading depth that it offers is nearly double that of the Nissan Pathfinder and 100mm more than the legendary Nissan Patrol. Would you believe that? A refined SUV nonetheless, the RX8 is very smooth and quiet to drive. It also offers 6 drive modes, 3 dedicated to when you're on the tarmac and 3 when you want to have some fun off-road. There's an auto mode which automatically decides how much power to send to each wheel depending on the terrain you're driving over. There's also a dedicated 2H mode which will send power to only 2 wheels. It's perfect for when you're cruising down the highway. And then you've got a sport mode. On the off-road side, you've got a 4 low, you've got a snow mode, and you've also got a dedicated off-road mode when you want to have some fun, like this. If there's one brand out there that seems to know what they're doing in the tough market conditions we have today, it would have to be MG. Although the RX8 isn't perfect, it does offer a great design, 7 comfortable seats, and plenty of features, all for just 99,750 dirhams. Bundle that with a 6-year, 200,000 kilometer manufacturer warranty, and you quickly realize why it is destined to succeed. Because as a package, it's something its rivals fail to match. Thanks for watching.